Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me to your conference. The one thing I'm asked regularly, and Chai has brought it up actually, is how big is the problem? And we hear this figure of £27 billion pushed around. All I know is that when I look at the internet, we're allegedly spending there are 2 billion people on the internet by the end of 2012. And we're now a quarter of the way through 2013, and that's probably gone dramatically up. When it comes to spending what we do online, estimated at 1 trillion by the end of 2013. Now, that's a lot of money that we're spending online. And an old saying by a US criminal, if you remember, why do you rob banks? Well, that's where the money is. So if we're online this much, we must know that there's going to be a massive increase of people trying to get information and trying to get money off us. Get Safe Online was started about 7 years ago. I helped set it up when I was a law enforcement working in the National High-Tech Crime Unit, and it was to educate computer users and small businesses about security. And it really is a true public-private partnership. It's a non-for-profit organisation, and as you will see, we have the government involved, so it's Biz, Home Office, Cabinet Office, but also the private sector, and numerous other organisations. I honestly couldn't fit them all on this slide, but you can see where we're coming from. And it's open, transparent what we're trying to do. We're trying to get anybody who wants to get involved in this sort of issue to come on board with Get Safe Online. We hear all the horrible things that are going on. We hear about the percentages of how many people get hit. What we don't always hear about is the great news. I was on a conference with a well-known company, or I did a round table with them, and they were saying that 1 million pieces of data are compromised every day. 1 million pieces of data. And I said, how many bits of data are there? If you actually look at what, there is no other slide here, and when you look at the amount that's going on, and you think that all the millions, it's a very small story. So what I want to do, and what Get Safe Online is make this a positive. We want people to get dancing. We want people to get chatting, get watching. Specifically, we want people to get excited about the safety. We need to be engaged, interesting in what we're talking about. Because I'm passionate about the internet, but I'm also passionate about people being secure when they're on the internet. And it doesn't have to be that difficult. People say to me, the criminals are 1 step ahead. Rubbish, they're not 1 step ahead. We're 1 step ahead of them. If they were 1 step ahead of us, none of us would be on the internet. None of us would have computers. Because it would be like walking outside their house, and every time we walk outside, we get mugged. Every time. We wouldn't walk outside. Bad out there, would any of us be using computers? Would any of us be doing it? So let's think on the positive side. It's a great place to be, but let's just be a bit more secure when we're trying to do it. Because people potentially could be at risk. And who are the people that are at risk? Well, it's certainly all of you, but it's all your friends and all your colleagues. You know, we've got Jean. Jean's a retired teacher. Half her family is over in Australia, and she speaks to them over Skype and over... because it's the cheapest way to do it, and she can see the grandchildren. She shops online. She doesn't really know anything and doesn't really care about what's going on. But she ought to, because she wouldn't dream of leaving the house and leaving it all wide open. Potentially, a couple of minutes on the internet, and we're going through what we call spring clean for the PCs on Get Safe Online, she could be a little bit more safer and a little bit more savvy. We've got Nina. Working flat out, junior doctor, addicted to social network. I've tweeted twice while I was here about the people we've done. It's not natural to me, but it's natural to the youngsters. Facebook, Twitter, the new Google+, it's all there, and we need to educate. I had and I think it was Chai when I brought up with somebody in the House of Commons last week. It was Luke from Facebook. You know, 13-year-olds officially can't use Facebook, but they are, so let's educate them. But there's problems in that in relation to Information Commissioner's Office where you can't educate them. Ridiculous. If they're using it, let's educate them. Let's be pragmatic about what we're doing. And there's Luke, telecoms engineer, really savvy about the internet, enjoys online gaming, synchronizes his mobile phone with his computer. Everything about his life is on his mobile phone. We treat it like jewelry.
We think it's with us, and every bit of information. And how many of us have passwords and phrases to secure our... Not a lot of us. We all think it's too difficult. Mike runs his own business, worried about something we've mentioned, BYOD, does all his finances online. Are we giving enough help to SMEs? Quite a big event was put on in the next 2 weeks that we were going to be involved in with SMEs. It was cancelled because lack of interest. Now, that's not because it wasn't good speakers. It was free. It was done by a council. It's because they're too busy. They're too busy earning money to keep their businesses going. They're too busy dealing with health and safety, with the tax man, with VAT. So we need a way of getting to them and educating them about what we're trying to do and trying to get them secure so they're not affected. The number of organizations that actually collapse because they've had a severe breach online is huge. It really is. So, it's not going to happen to me. Do I care? We've got to make them care. We've got to try and make it enthusiastic. And there's a new cyber strategy coming out from the government that we're going to be part of. And it's all going to be about getting people interested, getting people in control of what they're trying to do. It's very important. We touched on mobile phones. Mobile life, fascinating piece of information because children are involved in it. We did a bit of research with a local primary school. These are some of the figures we did that were going out. 8 to 9-year-olds, 14 of them had mobile phones. 13 were smartphones. 7 to 8, 6 to 7, 16, 38% had mobile phones. 11 of them were smartphones. This is the scary bit. 4 to 5-year-olds, 2 of them had mobile phones and they were smartphones. They can't read. What are they doing with a smartphone? What do we do? Say, oh, they're not on mobile phones. They're not using the internet, so we don't have to educate them. Yes, we do. We've got to educate them. And I'm passionate about educating children about child protection issues. Absolutely. I come from a police background, and it's something I used to be involved in. But we've also got to educate them about general security as well and what's going on out there. The school I talked about was one of, in a socially deprived area, very bad area. Can you imagine what it would be in a rich area? How many of those children would all have mobile phones? And this is the type of thing they're doing. Geolocation. That's great for the parents' mind. So parents know where the kids are. I'm 56 years of age. My eldest daughter is 27. My youngest is 22. I've got geographical information about them right now. They laugh whenever I say, oh, I know where you were. And they say, Dad, what are you like? I'm an ex-policeman and I'm a dad. So, what about the threats? Well, all the common threats are on mobile phones. You hear about them, see this organised crime, complacency, lack of confidence. All these are potential threats, but there's the new threats. Rogue apps, and we've done lots of work on this. Stolen mobile phones, devices, synchronization, geolocation. And the other big threat that I only found out when I started to do a bit of research on that, was we lose 100,000 of them down the toilet. Ladies, gentlemen, when you go to the toilet, put your phone in your pocket. Okay? I just can't imagine trying to retrieve that. What are we doing about it? Well, the theme of Get Safe Online, you can see here. This is what we're doing every month. And it's a theme. Some of the themes we're doing bigger than others. Some of them we're putting big campaigns around. Some of them we're not. But if you go onto the website, this isn't easily available. But I will make it easily available because I have an argument that I think this should be. If you go on, you can see, and get involved. Ask us about different things that we're looking to do. Looking forward, SMEs. We're looking to work with SMEs. As I say, a very important group. We're working with those companies and with Biz to start up in a help centre. It's proving problematic. It's proving problematic with finances. Get Safe Online Week, we run every single year. This year was click and tell. Click on a tip, pass it on. We actually use celebrities to do it. They Coronation Street. Guy in the middle? Casualty? Is that right? And Jenny Powell. We all know Jenny Powell. So they gave tips as well as a number of other A-rated celebrities, a few politicians, a few policemen, all giving their tips to pass it on. We went around the country. We went to Cardiff, London, Leeds, Edinburgh and Belfast. We did it all in 5 days. We went to schools, we went to universities, we went to drop-in centres, we went to UK age concern centres. There was nowhere, shopping centres, there was nowhere we didn't go to pass on the message. We made it local. As you can tell, and you might be surprised to know, I'm Welsh. Don't mention the rugby. And I wanted to get out, talk to people, not just in London, because it's not just a London-centric issue. This is around the country. This is people in rural areas, people in small towns, people in big towns that we need to educate and bring online. We do things like an event in a box, so you can contact us, and hopefully if we've got enough, we can send you out leaflets, posters. Some of this will be co-branded, giveaways. You can do your own presentation. If it might be Neighbourhood Watch that we're working closely with. It might be a big company that wants something internally. We've got a quiz that we can send you, all to get the knowledge going, getting people interested in what we're looking to do. Some of the examples of what we're doing in relation to children moving forward. Teen horror, we're doing in relation to 11 to 16-year-olds. 16 to 20-year-olds, targeting those. My comms director is brilliant at coming up with the good ideas. A beer mat that says free beer. And when you turn her over, it says, no, sorry, just another com. So we're trying to get down how people think. We're looking to do a highway road. If the transport department knew that I was copying this, I'd probably get hung. But I'm willing to take the chance at the moment. We haven't actually produced it. But these are the things we need to do. We need to keep it interesting. We need to keep it going. We need to have certain points that people can rely on and look at 10 points that they need to have security about. But it's such a huge area. To try and pick those 10 points that everyone should do is very difficult to do, depending on what you're interested in and what level of knowledge you've got, and whether you're a home user or a big business, or even a small business. That's what the website looked like yesterday. So there you can see Spring Clean Your PC month. That's what we're looking to do, and there's stuff around it. Probably 3 or 4 different news stories every single day about the latest things that are going on. As I discussed, we're into social media. It's tough, social media. I just found Shai's site. I just tweeted about you and what you just said. It didn't take long to find it, but whether I do it right or not, but it's what people want to do. Facebook as well is big. We're looking at LinkedIn. We're looking at everything. Anywhere where we can pass the message out is important to what we're looking to do. Protecting your PC, protecting your mobile device, and protecting yourself is really important. It's really important for me to do it. But I don't want to scare people. I don't want to scaremonger. I want people to be going on there because they feel they're secure. And 1 million people plus are not online. And then there's all sorts of reasons, but one of the reasons is they're scared about it. They're scared about going online. I want to change that. I want to change people's behavior and how we think. And we've got to educate more. And yes, we've all got a part to play. The House of Lords, I know Errol's gone, actually said that it was down to the hardware manufacturers, the suppliers, to get it right. No, it isn't. It's down to all of us. It's down to law enforcement. It's down to government. Whether you're in government, whether you're not, the politics involved in it is drastically important. Police, and I come from a police background, as I said, it's important that, because at the end of the day, when it doesn't work, it's you and me who will be affected. If we have money taken from our bank, it might be put in. But the hassle is just not worth it. When we don't lock our doors and we have a burglar, yeah, we get the insurance company, but the heartache that goes into it. And it's exactly the same when it comes to I'm going to be here for a while afterwards. If there's anything you want to speak to me about, if you'd like to get involved, please do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.